Hey, this is Brian again, and I'd like to ask you to do a favor. We can't do this work without people like you, so if you can, please like, share, subscribe, and tell your friends about Bring Back the Porch.
I always tell people, think back to that one person who showed up for you that maybe wasn't your mom and dad. Someone that you could, tell them exactly how terrible your day was, and they're not going to say, yeah, well, what did you do? Or instead they're just going to listen.
This episode of Bring Back the Porch brought to you by Bernie Leahy, River Street Realty. Let's get you home.
Welcome, Ashley Turner, to the porch. You are the executive director for Big Brothers and Big Sisters here at Medicine Hat.
I am. Thank you for having me.
No problem. And I thought, I've talked to you before a few years ago about Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and I find it very interesting, the whole process and everything that goes into it. So my first question is, what's the need like?
So there's always a need.
Do you call them volunteers or do you call them what do you call them?
Well, we call them volunteers.
Volunteers?
But we call them bigs.
Yeah.
We call them mentors. There's always a need, always. So right now we have 34 kiddos or youth on our wait list waiting for...
A wait list?
A wait list. Just on our community mentoring side. There's always a need, and that number climbs all the time. So just this week alone, it's Wednesday. We've had 4 more inquiries for kiddos looking for bigs or looking for mentors. So that number never is the same.
When you say inquiry, is there a certain criteria a family has to meet?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely. So the only kind of big barrier that we have to navigate, I wouldn't even call it a barrier, it's a navigation that we'd have to do, is any severe medical needs. So if there's a specialized transit that we need to use, that makes it a little bit more difficult, but not impossible. We can always think around it. So it might just be the parents have to drop off and pick up the little, just because the mentor can't transport them. But there's always ways we can navigate it. So no, to be a little, you have to be a minimum of age 6. And that's just to kind of not have car seats involved. Mm-hmm. And they go up until, 16 we graduate them with the hopes that they become our teen mentors. So we don't want the match to close. We want them to...
It's not just you're 16.
No. Oh,
so
absolutely
long.
not. So at 16, we kind of graduate them and they become one of our alumni. So they're still definitely in contact with their bigs. They talk, they meet, they do everything. We just give it more of that adult feeling, that transition feeling for them. They kind of check in a little bit less with us. We kind of let them navigate the next steps. That being said, because most 16-year-olds want a job, they want money. So we find it a little bit harder to meet kind of our national standards that they have to meet every week or every other week if they're working or they have other things happening. But they have the cool opportunity to become a teen mentor with us then. So right now, Hat High partners with us and they have teens that meet once a week. They either come Tuesday or Thursday. And those teens walk over to a local elementary school and mentor a little for an hour a week with us as staff supervising it. So they get to kind of be that mentor now. So it's a really cool concept kind of when they turn that 16 that they get to then become a teen mentor with us.
Now, do you find, is there any, say, common misconceptions people might have about families that try to get into the program?
Yes. So we always have the stigma that they come from broken homes or they have trauma or all of kind of the negative things that come with it. That's not the case. Sometimes we have a 2-income family. They just don't have anything in common with their child. So, you might have a child that's really into video games and mom and dad have no concept of what that looks like and they don't have a sibling.
Yeah.
It might be that, they're really, really artsy and mom and dad have no skills in art or woodworking. So there's lots of kiddos that just have a desire to learn something and mom, dad, guardian, they just don't have the tools or the knowledge to help them succeed in it.
Mm-hmm. And if I walked in off the street, what would the process be
Absolutely.
to become a big?
So you have to be 18, so clearly you would pass for that.
Hey, whoa.
We all know. So you have to be 18. You come in, you meet with one of our really great mentoring coordinators. we go through an application. So the application itself is to get to know you. So we want to know what your availability is, why you want to be a mentor, kind of your likes and dislikes. If you hate swimming, we are not going to partner you up with somebody who only wants to swim. We need a criminal record check, child intervention check, and we need some references. So honestly, it's just like a job interview, except we're meeting the job what you want. So instead of you applying for something and going, I actually have no desire to read books and play video games, we're going to find the kiddo that wants to do that exact thing with you.
Yeah, I kind of like that aspect where you just kind of name all your likes and dislikes.
You do. And so when we do the interview with the littles, so we do them with the parents and the littles, and we always do it separate. So we interview parents and we ask them all the hard questions, kind of, what are their routines like at home, anything they need to kind of talk to us about to prepare a volunteer, because remember, these are volunteer mentors, to kind of hang out with your kiddo. So behaviors, likes and dislikes for foods, allergies, all of those things. With the little, we get to ask them their favorite subject in school, their worst subject in school, their favorite activities. If they could have 3 wishes, what would they be? Because it's about them. It's actually not about the parents. It's about the little and the big together. So we always tell parents they can't micromanage it. They have to just let it happen. So if they want to go swimming every week, that's okay. If they want to go see every movie that the movie theater plays in a year, that's their goal. We have some that want to learn how to tie their shoes. We want some that want to learn how to BMX. Some want to learn how to fish. Some want to learn how to bowl. So it's really about what the little wants. It's not what the parents want to get out of it.
Yeah. And so if you become a volunteer, like what's the time commitment?
So we ask for an hour a week or a couple hours every other week. So it's really minimal. We have lots of people that do shift work. We know summer holidays happen, sickness happens, all of that. It's really just staying connected. So if you think back to somebody that you really admired, that you would consider a mentor, it's not necessarily what they did or where they took you or how much money they spent on you. It's about them showing up. Right? You were excited to tell them maybe what you did in school, or you were excited to tell them you got a goal in soccer. It really didn't matter what they spent on you or the activity. You just wanted them to show up. So connection, if you have a video game you guys like to play and you can't meet because of sickness, we encourage you to log on and do it together. Virtually, right? It's so easy to just show up for someone, and that's all these littles want.
I'm sure being with the organization for so long, there's countless amounts of success stories, or even stories of, I'm sure, a volunteer or big who it just clicked and the relationship is built past even or...
Yeah, we have so many. So we have lots in our community programming and even lots in our group programming in the schools. So last year, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Medicine Hat District, so we serve all of southeastern Alberta. So Brooks, Oyen, we serve the entire southeastern corner down here. We impacted, so we didn't match, but we ignited potential. So this is kiddos that come to our group programming, kiddos that are part of our one-to-one mentoring, our teen mentoring. We see them at the wellness fairs. We see them at micro-mentoring that we pop up and do at the high schools. So we connected with 4,848 youth last year.
Holy.
So that's incredible. Did we get them all mentors? No, but we connected with them enough that we could hand them off to a success story. So if we have teens that really have a desire to be an electrician, but they don't know where to start, we have great community partners that I can phone and say, hey, do you have someone that wants the little job shadow for the day? So we didn't match them, but we ignited that potential within them to go on and be great.
Let's pause for a moment so we can share some exciting news. We're proud to announce that our work here at Bring Back the Porch is getting noticed. From October to the end of January, our videos and reels viewed more than 1 million times. Some of those viewers could be your customers, so sponsoring Bring Back the Porch is a great way to get your message in front of them too. If you'd like to support our work here at Bring Back the Porch, we ask you to go to our website at bringbacktheporch.com and follow the links. Thank you for your support.
So it's even gone farther than just here's your big, here's your little. Go spend time
so
together.
We have grown huge. Our group programming alone, so we are in every school in Medicine Hat, which is incredible itself. We now offer programming starting in grade 2, where before our group programming was only grade 5 and 6, and now it's grade 2 all the way to grade about 8 for our group programming. And then we do our teen mentors, and then we also have our big possibilities. So our teens that we're teaching them how to do laundry, we're teaching them how to write a resume, we're teaching them how to budget. All of those skills that, if you think back, someone has to teach you those skills, right? You're not born with them. So we have that. We have our kiddos that need a little bit extra help learning to study for the learner's book. So we have the Learn the Learner's book, which we have a wait list for all the time. And they come down and we have a staff and they go through everything of how to change a wiper on your car, to kind of the importance of how to do a traffic circle.
No.
Right? So we kind of like visually walk them through. So we have so many success because those kids come back to show us that they passed.
Oh, nice.
Right? So that's a huge success. We have matches that have graduated, and we get pictures of them attending the high school graduates and then the little being part of their weddings. So they stay connected for so many years past kind of our initial connection with them. Mm-hmm. We have lots and lots of community partners that just rally around us. So this summer, we're doing a new program called Kids and Cops. So we are really wanting to break that stereotype that the police are bad.
Yes.
Right?
You don't want them to be scared of police.
Exactly. And, you know, there's lots of families that they do have a bad reaction with police, right? Maybe it was a domestic situation that they needed to get out of. Maybe there was a bad accident in front of their house that they witnessed, and things like that. So we've partnered with the local police here, and they're going to let the kids come in and kind of have free reign with limitations.
No gun range.
No gun range, but, you know, the dogs, they'll see the armored vehicle and really get to know them on a personal level, because that's what they want to, right? We want our youth.
Who wouldn't?
Right.
What kid wouldn't want?
I know. I'm
right?
like, can I come? But we want them to see them as humans, not just as police, right? So I think a dodgeball game would be really fun. I think, right, like having so much fun with them where the police then also just get to be big kids themselves. Mm-hmm. So we have that coming up. Our programs are unlimited to what we offer. A lot of people only think of us or know us for our one-to-one. Yeah. Right? That go out in the community, big, little, go off and go bowling and swimming and things like that. But we do micro-mentoring, so we pop up in all the junior high and high schools right now at lunchtime, and we have like a big game of life. So we'll give them, here's your budget, and they spin our wheel, and it's like, oh, your dog had to go to the vet, that's $300. And, oh, now your car has a flat tire, that's another $150. And the amount of kids that come back and they just want to beat us, right? Like they're so competitive. And so they'll lose and we'll take all their money. And they'll come back. Your life lesson. Yeah, we're like, well, you have no money left. You can't go on a trip. And so
welcome to the next 10 years.
Right? So then they want to try again. And we're like, okay. And so then they'll say things like, but I don't even like dogs. Well, okay, but you just spun that you have a dog. So they're really fun to engage and play those games. I just did one last week at the Christian school about natural disasters. Mm-hmm. And the things that I learned from the kids and just the funny reactions from them. So one of the questions is, what do you do if you're outside and you're in a heat wave? Right? Logically. You're going to find water, you're going to find shade, you're not going to be outside all day. This youth told me that they would go to the airport and get on a plane and go as north as they could where there's snow and penguins so they could cool off, and then they would come back. And I'm like, I mean, that's quite a truck for just cooling off.
Hope you budgeted for that,
right?
One.
But you just, in their minds, this is feasible, right? Because they don't know that all of that costs money. So it's fun to listen to them engage and teach you something along the way.
Is there a way, because besides the one-on-one, to get a hold for volunteer for that kind of thing too?
Always though. So it's the same process. We put the same process of screenings in place. Yeah. And then if you want to volunteer, we have our Game On group, which is just our boys, and it's all through activity. So we plank with them. We play minute to win it games. We bring conflict and then have them solve conflict without violence. So we always need volunteers for that. We have a Go Girls program, which is just for girls. We have our Healthy Bodies, Healthy Minds, which is generously sponsored by CF Industries. So we get to go in and work with whole classrooms on communication skills and just general wellness, all through activities. So we're never talking to the kids. We're always engaged in activities with them. Like I said, we have our Big Possibilities, which we're always learning and always needing volunteers that have skills in something that we don't have. I have phoned my parents numerous times going, I don't think you ever taught me this. Our partners with Scotiabank always help with our budgeting and kind of the importance of opening a bank account. Everything's done digitally now, right? But when you need to get something or an emergency happens, you'd like to know how to connect with a bank, to talk to that bank.
Yeah.
So we partner a lot with Scotiabank, and they come in and they tell us, like, it's great. And they always remind kiddos, too, like, when you graduate, lots of places are going to send you credit cards. Don't max them out.
No.
Right? So it's really important to have all of those connections. Old Navy's phenomenal with our youth. So they've really taken it one step further even. They hold what they call an intro to work. So before the store opens, a couple times a year, they'll have us bring some of our teen mentors in. They go through all the stages of what it takes to open a retail store in the morning. They learn the till, they learn how to fold laundry, like they learn everything, clothes. Right? How to they interact with people. Then they give them a mock interview.
Oh.
We've actually had 2 or 3 of our youth that are currently working there now.
Because they
because
got the
there's
job.
Right, and it's somebody giving them a chance. It's someone teaching them, right? Because if you don't know, you're too scared.
Yeah.
Our Save On Foods does the same thing when we talk about nutrition. They actually have a nutritionist at Save On Foods that you can book, and she'll walk you through and grocery shop with the kids. And how many kids are like, well, yeah, but I just have a Monster every day. And she's like, oh, please don't. Right? So, relying on all of those volunteers to help out on those one-offs is so big.
So the company is more than, organization is just more than the one-on-one.
Way more
which
than
I think
one-to-one.
is the biggest common misconception
It is, yeah.
with Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
Because we've been in Medicine Hat for 52 years.
52 years.
52 years we've been here. And, when someone thinks about Big Brothers, Big Sisters, that's what they think of. But when you break it down and realize everything else we do, it's a really big eye-opener to everybody.
Yeah.
And being a mentor is not scary. It's never supposed to be scary. A lot of people are like, well, I want to volunteer, but what do I have to offer? Honestly, it's time and connection. Mm-hmm. We have some that go to every Tigers game, and then in the summer they go to every baseball game. That's
and there's
all they do.
no obligation, money-wise in what you do. You're not going to say you need to spend this much. They want to go to every movie, you got to pay for every movie and all that kind of stuff. That's completely up to you.
That is completely up to the match.
Yeah.
So on the funding side of it, we are a nonprofit.
Yeah.
We have no provincial or federal funding. So everything that we do is through our fundraisers and local grants, which is great. So if they want to do something, we really promote that, low cost, no cost. So Medicine Hat Drag Association just dropped off so many tickets for our matches and kiddos to use all summer. So even businesses that have things like that to donate to us makes a huge impact.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's something.
You heard it here.
all of our kiddos then have something to do with their big. Lots of them love bike riding, and they explore all the trails every summer.
Could somebody even do that? Could they donate gift cards?
Absolutely.
Somebody $100 to Cineplex or whatever?
Absolutely,
anything? Mavericks, Tigers, anything like that? Just drop it off?
Yep. They go and they might buy the 2-for-1 where you get 2 passes and the popcorn and the drinks at Costco and drop those off, and those go a huge long way for us.
Yeah, it would.
Swim passes, all of those things.
Yeah, I'm looking at the camera. You heard it here.
all of our mentors really appreciate that.
Even if you don't think about those things, if you don't have the time to be a big.
Exactly. And, on that, our new initiative that we kind of launched this January is our wellness. So we get a lot of calls kind of come January of kiddos needing some extra school supplies. Oh. We partner a lot with United Way for, tools for school and making sure our kiddos have what they need to start. But it only lasts for so long. Mm-hmm. I mean, you have kids, I have kids. We know 1 pencil or 5 pencils is never going to make it through the week.
Water bottles.
Oh, water bottles. Right? Those
Don't
are
get
things.
Me started.
Right? So we've really reached out to try to build this cabinet for our youth to be able to come and get what they need with no barriers. Alleviate some pressure, maybe from the food bank, maybe from all of those other agencies that support families, because we all support the same families. And trust me, there's more than enough families in this community for all of us to support. But sometimes it's the youth needing to ask for, a new shirt because they really wanted to apply for a job, but they can't ask mom and dad because they know that money's really tight. So that's where we reach out to our friends at Old Navy. And we say, hey, we've got a kiddo really needs a size large shirt for this. Oh, here, they'll send it to us.
Forget how kind some people are all the time.
People are so kind. So, even just lunch stuff. We are in the high schools and the junior high and craft dinner bowls. It's cool to heat up a craft dinner bowl at school. Not so cool necessarily to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Who knew?
Right? Who knew? So, there's youth that come and they'll say to their bigs, I'd really like to just have a craft dinner bowl for lunch one day. But they can't really ask mom and dad because money's tight. It's not necessary. And they just want to fit in, right? So donations of that kind of stuff that we can have our mentors bring their littles down. Socks, making sure they have a clean pair of socks to go bowling is huge. Not all the time do parents think, oh, I should send my child with socks. So our mentors are buying socks and things like that for their littles so they can go and enjoy these activities.
Yeah.
So to have a place where people can donate things so we can have access to them really helps that financial barrier as well.
So you as executive director can be polite. I'm going to guilt trip and say, you got extra $20 lying around.
Right.
Buy a gift card.
Yep.
Go to buy a Cineplex pass, do something kind, drop it off at Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yeah, we're always in need. Yeah. We have great community partners that there's always tickets to the Maverick games and things like that, which is fabulous. But it's all the filler stuff that we still need to, right? It's those when it's plus 40 outside and it's too hot for them to be outside doing something to be able to say, hey, here's a gift card, go, have an ice cream on us.
Yeah.
Those are big things. And it's really cool when the mentee or the little reaches out to us when we connect with them and they say, my big's birthday's coming up. So we try to reach out and find like a free dilly bar or something where then the little has something to do with the big and it's not costing the big something.
It's wonderful.
We always think between the lines. It's just what we do.
Yeah. I was going to say, geez, think of everything.
Yeah, but, and we have so much fun with the littles. We talked about a little bit of success stories before. Having been there for as many years as I have, one of my favorite times is that end of June. And we have littles that come in just wanting to show us their report card because their big has helped them study or their big has taught them math. And they're really, really excited just to go into the next grade and they just want to tell somebody. So honestly, if you're ever thinking about it, show up and watch them play soccer, right? It's minimal. And I think a lot of time volunteers overthink the commitment and get scared because they worry, well, I can't mentor someone. I don't have any qualities. And really, you do.
If I can raise a child.
2 of them. You've raised 2 of them.
You can be a big.
Right? Teach them to play golf. They'll have more fun just hanging out, flying kites, being creative, changing a tire on a car, things like that. All the things that our everyday tasks for us is teaching somebody and igniting them because you never know what they're going to become.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? You never know what's going to click for them to go, hey, I'm going to show somebody this, or I'm going to, be the next mechanic, and I'm going to do it because my mentor took time to show me the importance of taking care of something.
Mm-hmm. How can people get a hold of you?
So they can go to our website.
Yeah.
So bbsmedhat.ca. Yeah, that's
I can put it up.
Yeah, just put it up. They can call our office. They can pop in. We're always open for all kinds of reach out. Message us through Facebook.
Perfect. Well, it's wonderful work you guys do.
Thank you.
Even I thought I knew most of it at this point, but obviously I knew nothing.
Well, you knew that you needed to talk to us because you knew there was more to it.
It definitely is more to it.
There's way more to it, yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks.
Hey, this is Brian again, and I'd like to ask you to do a favor. We can't do this work without people like you, so if you can, please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about Bring Back the Porch.